Hey everybody, Adam here for True North Wilds with October's unboxing of the Mystery Tackle Box Pro Edition. I have the Walleye species-specific box. They also have bass, panfish, a variety of other things. You can find that at mysterytacklebox.com where you can get your own subscription. They come every month and it's always a good time of the month to open these up and see what kind of goodies you get. I don't have a lot of fishing time as far as open water goes, being here in Manitoba, Canada. The ice will likely be coming soon, and by next month, November's box, I won't likely be able to get on the water. It'll be a little bit too cold for that. So this is my last month really for open water fishing on the boat. So I'm excited to see what I get, and this will be my last month sort of to try them out. So I'm really eager to see. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a look. All right, so first off, I recognize this. I've gotten a few of these big bite baits, and they've been good in the past. So, Big Bite Baits Pro Series, designed to bring the big bite to your line, fortified with bite juice. I don't know what that means, but I know that these have worked well in the past. So this is Big Bite Baits, and this is just some basic white grubs, soft plastic. They call them the Cane Thumper. They're pearl color, which is just a fancy way of saying white. They look decent. They look like they're a little bit salted, which is nice for flavor. I mean, not flavor for me, but flavor for the fish. It tends to work better. Let's take a look here. They got a nice scent to them. They got that, as I describe it in previous videos, it's the spicy licorice scent, which is very, very common on soft plastics, especially with some brands in particular, such as this one. And this has definitely got that scent to it. It's got that little bit of salt on it. The color is decent. You know, it's your basic sort of white soft plastic. A little bit of a ribbed body. It's got the paddle tail. You know, overall just basic, but good quality feel to it. Got, you know, nice firm rubber feel. It's got the slots sort of cut into it where your hooks would kind of stick out or be set into the plastic for Carolina rig or Texas rig or things of that sort. So, you know what? Nothing wrong with that. No complaints there. I do like getting plastics that have that scent to them. It tends to be a very effective scent. So let's take a look. What else we got here? We got more plastics. I like the color on these. Wow. So this is medium texture. Charlie's Worms is the brand. I've never seen these yet, so that's a new one for me. Charlie's Worms. And as I said, I'm going to open these up and show you. I really, really like the color of these. This is a basic grub shape. You got your twister tail, and you got your ribbed sort of grub body. But what I really like is it's got that nice copper top, like the batteries, copper top. That copper top, basically, that really nice color. And then it kind of blends into the white for the tail, but it's got the white belly. It's got that nice copper color on the top. And I don't know if it's going to show through in the video very well, but it's got a really, really nice shine to it. And then you got a little bit of speckling of black speckles in there. Just overall really nice color. Basic grub shape, you know, good firm plastic. Not any scent to it. It's, you know, just smells like plastic, but just the color on that is really nice. So I'm not at all displeased with that. I think that is going to work very well. Let's see what else we got here. So the next thing, the Gibbs Diamond Dazzler. So this looks like a basic sort of spinning setup. The Gibbs Diamond Dazzler. So this would be, you know, it's a small hook on this. This looks like it would be more for trout, not so much walleye. I wouldn't use a small hook like this for walleye. But the spinner setup is pretty familiar to me for walleye. It's something that you would troll quite commonly around here. So the way that works is the hook with your bait on it, and then you got all these beads and the spinner, the blade that spins around on the line. You got the beads that kind of bang around on each other and spin on the line, and then you have this long lead, and that would be tied to your main line, which you'd also have a weight or a bottom bouncer or something there to put it down to the depth that you actually want. These setups work really good for walleye. For this particular one, this is not a walleye lure, it's too small. I would have to swap out the hook on this at the very least to put a few sizes bigger if I wanted to go for walleye. But the basic spinner setup is very familiar and effective. It's just too small for this one, so kind of a bit of a miss there. Alright, next up we have the Strike Pro Tournament Grade what? Doesn't say a name. The Astro Vibe. The Astro Vibe. So this is a blade bait. Open it up here and show you. I'm a fan of blade baits. I haven't had a ton of success with them. I've tried using them. I've had some success. I have caught fish with them. I've gotten bites, both walleye, bass, and actually trout as well. I have had some hits with trout going after smaller blade baits, but because they usually have a good flash and vibration to it, trout have been interested, but not a huge amount. It's a handful of fish that I've caught on these, but I do like them. I like the concept of them. So this is the Astro Vibe, and this is a blade bait, and you can see that it has beads in it, so it's got the vibration, not just from being the blade bait itself makes a vibration, because it has that really thin profile, and it's got that. The reason they're called blade baits is because you have sort of a thicker body, and then this top part here is very thin, and as you yank this through the water, that thin part catches the water, and it vibrates as you pull it up, and then you let it flutter down, and then you yank it up and it vibrates. That's how blade baits typically work. This one also, like I said, has these beads in it, so I would imagine the idea here is as it's vibrating, those beads are just giving you that extra bit of noise. So you're not just getting the vibration of the bait, you're also getting that noise. And as I'm shaking it here, you can hear that, and it's actually pretty good chatter. So I could see this being very, very noisy in the water and very attractive to fish that go after that vibration and that noise. Aside from that, it's got some good coloring. I like this orange color. It's the metal is nice and shiny. It's reflective. It's got these orange stripes on it, and just really nice, nice bright orange. The rest of it's silver. The eyes, the eyes have a little bit of orange in them as well, but they're pretty basic as far as design goes. But just some decent detail on that. I'm not unhappy with that. Looking forward to try that. Like I said, I really like the idea and the concept of blade baits, and I like using them, and I'm hoping to have more success with them as I go. Next up, we have Yozuri. So this is a brand I'm familiar with. The 3D Prism Finish. What is it called? The 3DS Shad Shallow Runner. So it's a suspending shallow runner. Looks like it dives up to 3 feet. So very shallow. So I'm assuming it'll be that like 1 to 3 feet, which is typical of that shallow range. Let's take a look at it here. It's packaged well. So it's got a nice color to it. It's got a really nice profile actually. I like the profile. It's got that, that big arch, and it's got a nice lip that gives you your dive depth. It's got that, shallow angle. The quality of the split ring here actually looks very nice. It's like that black nickel sort of finish. You don't see that too often. Usually they're sort of more on the cheaper side. But anyway, the 3D Prism finish that they're referring to on the package is that reflective finish on the inside of it. So that's inside the body. It's not painted on. It's a foil or whatever they use inside, and then so the outside shell is actually clear, and it reflects all that 3D prism. It's very, very flashy. I've used these before and they work pretty well. That holographic foil or whatever it is that they use inside there in this particular one usually is pretty attractive to fish. This one has some beads inside as well, so not only do you get that flash and that nice color. You know, you got that nice gold color for the shad. You get nice profile. You also get the vibrations from the beads, so I could see that working very well. It'll be the right depth, that 1 to 3 feet, the right depth for walleye for this time of year. So this is something that I will try and use in the next couple weeks, and hopefully get some walleye on that. It's definitely the right time of year for it. So very good, very happy with that lure. It's very nice looking. I think that'll do quite well. That 3D prism is always nice to use. I got a tube of something. I'm assuming this is not toothpaste. Liquid Mayhem walleye attractant, made with real minnows. Oh, maybe I don't want to take a sniff. It doesn't really smell like anything to me. I wonder if there's a seal in there. Oh yeah, it's sealed. That would be why. Again, made with real minnows. I am not sure if I'm going to enjoy this, but clearly I have to smell this. Wow. Okay. Yeah. It smells like... It's honestly, it smells... if you ever have a tub of minnows that's been sitting out for a little while, you're using them throughout the day, they've all thawed out, they're not frozen anymore, and they start to get that little bit of a gross fish smell. Add some garlic on top of that, and that's what this smells like. This smells like garlicky rotten minnows. So I could see that working. I mean, minnows, garlic. Garlic's a popular smell around here anyway. So yeah, that's nasty. It's nasty, but yeah, I could see that working well. I've never used really anything for fish attractants as far as scents go, so that's interesting. I'm gonna have to give that a try. I'll slap it on some lures while I'm fishing this month, and actually for ice fishing, I see no reason I couldn't slap this on some of my lures for ice fishing as well. So I'll give that a try. I'll see how it does. I know that some people are very successful with scents. I just have personally not really used them much, so this will be a good test of it. I'm going to be smelling that probably for the rest of the day. And then lastly, as usual, we have our stickers. So this one is a cool little angry looking crankbait. I'll throw that onto one of my tackle boxes. You get your card that lists what's inside the box and the retail value of everything. Some promotions on the other side. I've never felt ripped off yet. I always feel like I get a good value for what I pay for the box. And then my favorite of the literature, the Dibble Digest, has articles. It's usually about 10 or 12 pages. This one's 10. Very light on the advertisements. As I always say, I appreciate the fact that Mystery Tackle Box does not just fill this full of advertisements for all the lures that they put in the box. They could easily have a page of advertisements for each lure that they put in the box. That's more of the traditional, what you would expect. But they decide not to do that. They let the lures speak for themselves. They let the hooks and the soft plastics and everything else that they include in the boxes, they let it speak for themselves, which I really appreciate. They don't fill this full of advertisements for those brands. Instead, what you get, and what I always enjoy about these, is you get articles. And they're short articles, they're a couple pages each, but they're informative. They're actually usually educational. For example, this one, the articles in this one is the Nico Rig 411, best ways to imitate crawfish, all about the crayfish, 3 shad imitators. So you go through and you read these articles, and I fish a lot, and I find myself still learning something out of every single article that I read in here. So I always enjoy getting these. I will definitely read through this. Can't say enough good things about just their whole decision process in putting out information without all the advertisements, and again, letting the lures and letting the box speak for itself is something that I really appreciate about this box. So overall, a good box for the month. Mystery Tackle Box Pro. Check them out. MysteryTackleBox.com. You can get the Pro Edition like I do. You can get the walleye. You can get bass, as I said earlier. You have multiple species to choose from. You can also get the regular edition, not the Pro edition, if you don't need quite as much tackle as I do. I like getting a lot of tackle, but you can also get the regular edition, and you get the same quality of stuff, but you get just less of it, different price point. Or you can get the Pro edition like I do, and you get all the tackle that you see me opening up, and it is always a good time of month to get these in the mail. So thanks everybody for watching. That is my review of the mystery tackle box for this month, the month of October, and I'm looking forward to next month's. I'm also looking forward to trying some of these ones out over October and before my water starts freezing up here in Manitoba, Canada, because it is going to start getting cold here very quickly. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit those buttons down there, like, subscribe, and show me some support. Leave some comments, leave some feedback. Let me know what I could be doing better, or let me know what you don't like. Let me know what you want to see as far as reviews or anything that you would like to see on the channel. Let me know. It always helps. Every little bit of feedback helps. So thanks again, and until next time, I will see you outside.